What's up there, YouTube? This is a special video regarding some ongoing geological activity happening over in Indonesia. So about 24 hours ago, I received news that there was a sudden tsunami wave that hit Java over in Indonesia, the island of Java. And I was searching for the earthquake that caused it, and it seems like that this was not a seismically triggered tsunami wave, which most of them are. Sometimes tsunami waves can be triggered by other things, such as landslides, volcanic eruptions, and it appears that this tsunami wave that hit Java was generated by a volcano, actually a very famous volcano. And so this tsunami has killed at least a couple hundred people and has injured hundreds more. Very unfortunate situation. They had little to really no warning for this tsunami wave. Most sources point towards the tsunami being caused by a volcano called Anak Krakatau, which basically means the child of Krakatoa. You guys may have heard of Krakatoa previously. If you haven't heard of it, you certainly have heard of it by now. Krakatoa is an ancient volcano that sits in the Sunda Strait. And let me go here to this lovely Wikipedia page. This is what Krakatoa looked like in the past. It had a violent eruption, or actually a violent series of eruptions in 1883, late August 1883, that essentially destroyed more than 70% of the previous island of Krakatoa. You can see this is what it looked like. You had Rakata right here, a couple cones there, I can't pronounce them, and then you had these islands there. This whole area is a very large caldera which houses the Krakatoa volcano. In 1883, this volcano went off with probably one of the most violent eruptions we've ever witnessed in human history. It ejected 30 cubic kilometers of volcanic material into the atmosphere, which registers as a VEI6. Produced a sound so loud that it ruptured eardrums of sailors that was 40 miles or so from the eruption site, and it was heard over 3,000 miles away. Incredibly powerful eruption in 1883. Now in the 1920s, a new volcanic island actually began to emerge over the water. It's right here. It's a small little thing called Anak Krakatoa, which, like I said, means the child of Krakatoa. It's not really a new volcano. It's still the same old volcano that was previously in this area. It's still the same volcano. It's just that the volcano has had renewed activity and has built up this new cone, which, according to this, stands now at 300 meters in height. You can see that at 300 meters, that's higher than its smallest cone, which was 120 meters, and then it's catching up to this cone here, but still not as high as Rakata is. Rakata still does exist. It's kind of like cut in half, pretty much. A good portion of that island was destroyed in that eruption, but that is still there. But anyways, so this new cone emerged. This is what the old cone looks like. That's the old island of Rakata. But anyways, back to here. So this little volcanic island has been causing some trouble this year, and it's been topped off here. It's Christmas Eve, and we've had violent eruptions in the last 24 plus hours. I'm reading here the latest advisory from the VAAC in Darwin. for the volcano Krakatau, which means Krakatoa. I know it gets really technical here, but I'll kind of decipher this for you. It's basically saying that there's a continuous eruption cloud rising to FL 550, which means it's rising to a flight level of 55,000 feet, extending west-northwest to west-southwest. This was issued at this is a new one actually. At 2 Zulu, so that's actually pretty recent. So we have an ash cloud reaching 55,000 feet, so that's approximately 17 kilometers in height. So very large. Continuous, rich volcanic eruption moving west. The cloud still lacks a spectral-based ash signature, but the anomalous cloud emerging from the volcano is unambiguously volcanic. So we have a very large ash emission going on, and there's some videos of it on YouTube. I'm not going to show it for copyright purposes. But a very large eruption has occurred at Krakatoa, and the southwestern flank of the volcano actually collapsed. Here's actually a picture of it, it looks like. So this is a very important satellite image. This was the volcano on the 19th of December before all this crap started. And on the 22nd, you can see that a chunk of this volcano looks like it had slid off into the ocean. Very, very interesting. I'm kind of waiting to see some imagery that comes out to show the cone and all that, but it looks like a good chunk of the cone actually slid off into the ocean here, and which has caused these tsunami waves that's killed hundreds. Whether the landslide itself triggered the eruption or the eruption triggered the landslide, that remains to be seen. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of studies in this area in the coming days to weeks. But you can see a very large volcanic event has definitely occurred in this area. It's really hard to say what's going to happen next. This eruption has been sustained now for over 24 hours, so a good amount of material has likely been ejected from Krakatoa, and it looks like it's going to be continuing. There could be additional explosions, we don't know. That's kind of a picture before it got all serious down there. But we're watching this very closely. I just thought I'd share this with you guys. Just so you guys know, it's, well, I don't think we're headed towards an 1883 event. I haven't seen a whole lot of that on the internet, you know, crazy headlines saying that we're headed towards another 1883. Based on the evolution of Krakatoa, we're probably not headed towards that. But, you know, can't never say never with this thing. It's done it in the past. It's very well likely going to do it in the future. It's just the conditions leading up to the 1883 eruption are not quite present today. They probably will be in the future, but as of right now, probably not headed towards that. But I'll keep you guys updated on the situation. I just thought it was very interesting and quite scary, honestly. So again, 55,000 feet. That's a huge ash cloud, reaching about 17 kilometers. So this is an ash cloud reaching the stratosphere. And yeah, we'll just keep an eye on this. This actually had 2 ash clouds earlier today. It looks like it's just 1 now. But it's something to monitor very closely. And yeah, that's about all I got for you guys. So leave a comment, like, subscribe. You guys know what to do. See you guys later.